What's up, people? It's your man Herbal Lover coming from your mama's basement, sipping on a little bit of coffee. I'm gonna drop this video real quick to you guys, man. Hey, give y'all something to talk about or even listen to before I get back out here and get back to work. Zublock, previous games, is the big reason why I've been saying over and over again the previous couple years that all the Lakers needed was a mentor. This is the prime example that if the Lakers front office and LeBron James would just have some patience and work with these young guys and help them develop, the Lakers could be just as good as the Golden State Warriors. I've been saying that 2 years ago. I said when we had D'Angelo Russell and all them guys, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, Julius Randle, I said all the Lakers need is a mentor. And that's why I was so upset at Kobe when Kobe, on his last year, and I know, fans, that support and respect Kobe, it's not to diss him or nothing like that, but we all knew that Kobe did not have it no more. Let's be honest. And that's why I was kind of upset, because I wanted Kobe to take a mentor role, like to take a step back and help them young guys develop. I know some people might say, well, he didn't really help them develop. It was more about Kobe. And it wasn't about the players, because Mitch even came out and stated that the young players would take a back seat to Kobe because it was the Kobe show. And that's why I always tell fans that year when Kobe played, I don't count the players as their year there. Because they all were basically, supporting Kobe. So they didn't really get out the way they wanted to. The year after Kobe left is when they actually, to me, were rookies. When their rookie year. Their first year, playing whatever it may be. Because now they didn't have no Kobe, and they was actually, doing their thing. Only about it, Byron Scott at the same time was kind of like hindering some of their players and saying they were Luke Walton. This is why I said at the end of the day that the Lakers front office, now this is before we got LeBron James, all right? That's why I said the Lakers front office should have went with a more experienced coach. That's why I was so on the helm about Mark Jackson, only because I knew that Mark Jackson was a better players development coach than what Luke Walton was. Luke Walton's still young. I think Luke Walton is much more convenient and better to play with, to basically work with veterans. Last night game was a prime example. That's why he left Rondo in, because he knew that Rondo, once LeBron James went out, he knew that he had to go to somebody with veteran leadership. He wasn't going to put Lonzo Ball out there. So for anybody that got upset that he didn't put Lonzo Ball out there, you got to understand why he did that. Luke Walton is, like I said before, is much better coaching veterans than coaching young players. He's not a good coach to develop young players. That's why I was so hyped about them getting, well, they should have gotten Mark Jackson, but I never knew about the LeBron James and the future coming up. But if we would have went that route, I would have said go with Mark Jackson and let him develop these young players, because look how the Golden State Warriors turned out to be. Their best three players are draft picks. Only one they really brought was Kevin Durant, Livingston, Iguodala, and then other journeymen. But other than that, their best three players were their draft players. The Lakers, and if you notice, if you look at some of the players that the Lakers let go over the last couple of years, all these guys are doing well at their respectful teams. From the Julius Randles, the D'Angelo Russells, even the Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance are doing good. So that's why I was saying before that we needed a mentor. And then when I put a video about who would I choose between Paul George and LeBron James, this is before we picked up LeBron James, I said I would go with LeBron James, because I think LeBron James, to me, is a much better mentor than anybody that that will help the Lakers go to the next level. And the reason why I say that, because you look at Paul George now this year is playing pretty good, but that's only because Westbrook took a back seat to allow Paul George to develop. Play his side of the game. He's not a type of player that's going to help players develop, because you see that in Indiana. Where LeBron James, the Lakers are much more better equipped than the Cleveland Cavaliers were last year. Even with Kevin Love, yes, I'm saying it, even with Kevin Love, and who else over there? Well, Kevin Love. Yeah, even with Kevin Love, they still were much more developed. And the reason why I'm saying is because if you look at the players, it's just that we just didn't have a mentor. Zublock, the reason why he's playing so good, because you got somebody like LeBron James looking over his shoulder. And by LeBron James looking over his shoulder and motivating him to play better, is making him play even much better. We didn't have that leadership. And that's the biggest thing that the Lakers were missing. And that's why I was kind of upset they let Julius Randle go. Zublock is a prime example why I said that the Lakers should have went on and if they would have got a big man, that's cool, but they should have let Zublock play some more minutes before they picked up Tyson Chandler. Not taking nothing away from Tyson Chandler based on the fact that when he came, we were winning games. But let's be honest, at the end of the day, you got to play some of them young guys. That's why I was saying a while ago that the Lakers got to really utilize their bench. And what I mean by the bench, they got other players on there that are pretty good. You don't have to keep looking for this player, that player. If certain players on the team are not playing good that night, give somebody else the opportunity to play. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, if somebody's going 0 for 7 or they're just struggling, period, sit them down and let somebody else play. It just ain't their night. And that's what we have to understand and realize. The Lakers bench is real deep. And a lot of people are starting to see that now. I've been saying this since last year and this year. The Lakers had they had a 5 that could start on any team and a bench that could start on any team. You know what I mean? So let's look at it that way. But that's why I've been saying over and over again that the Lakers just needed a mentor. And like I said, I'm not knocking Kobe Bryant, but I knew Kobe Bryant just wasn't a mentor for the Lakers because Kobe Bryant was basically looking out for Kobe Bryant. I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but it's the truth. You know, and I got to keep it real. He was looking out for himself, because if he wasn't looking out for himself that last year, he would have told Mitch and them, say, no, I'm going to take a backseat and help these young guys develop. And to be honest with you, if Kobe would have did that the previous year and this year and that year that he left, he probably could have played a couple more years coming off the bench, but Prime sees him. He didn't want to come off the bench because he could have just came on the bench, because it's like he was proving something. ESPN came out and stated that he was, like, I think under the 100th rated player. That hurt his feelings. It crushed his feelings. And that's why he went out to prove to them that he was still good. And I'm not taking nothing away from Kobe, but at the end of the day, when you know your ankle's messed up and you just don't have it, you just don't have it. But I always say that Kobe could have still played. He could have still came off the bench and helped DeAndre Russell and them guys develop. And if he did that, I'm thinking the Lakers would have been pretty good even before LeBron James got there. But it is what it is. Like I said, the Lakers are winning right now. I know a lot of people are hoping that the Lakers made trades for AD. I keep telling you guys, at the end of the day, y'all got to have patience, man. Saying it with the front office, saying it with LeBron James. I hope that LeBron James, when he went out, because I know he was watching, he came back and watched the game. I think he watched it on TV or something like that, because he couldn't come back in. So I'm hoping that he was watching these young guys beat the best team in the league. Yeah, Golden State still is the best team in the league, regardless of their record. They're going to get to the finals. But he watched these young guys beat them with Rondo at the helm, lead them. That's why I be telling you guys. When I was saying before Lonzo Ball was playing good defense, that's why I was saying that Rondo needed to start. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you need another general on that floor. He was a prime example that when LeBron went down, Rondo stepped up. Rondo actually was the one. Remember when Golden State was actually almost great about the tide? Rondo scored what 3 straight layups or something like that. Put the team on his back, got Zubac open to get Zubac a couple plays. And I'm not saying Lonzo Ball wouldn't be able to do that, but that's when it comes to veteranship and a player who just still developing. Lonzo Ball still developing. And here's a good thing about Lonzo Ball, though. Based on the fact that everybody looking for Lonzo Ball to shoot, Lonzo Ball has taken on the role of a defensive player, like a Tony Allen. You know what I mean? Where he's playing good freaking defense. And people are overlooking that. They think that he got to score 10, 12, 13 points. No. He can play freaking defense and still contribute to the team by doing what he does. He shut freaking Steph Curry down because Lou Walton allowed him to play. And Lou Walton, with the help of LeBron James, is getting better and better as a coach. Yeah, he has some dumb, stupid mistakes, and that mostly come when a player goes down, a player get injured, something like that. That's when he starts to really mess up because he don't really know what to do or who to bring in sometimes. Sometimes he get caught between a rock and a hard place because he's just stuck. He don't know. But that's why I said before that Lou Walton and them young players needed a mentor. This afterwards, after the Kobe left and we had Lou Walton. The 2 years, the previous 2 years. And I said Lou Walton really needed a mentor in order to help him develop these young players. And that's what LeBron James has been doing. That's why in the last couple games you notice LeBron James haven't been scoring a lot, because he's trying to help these young players get going, because he knows he's going to need these young players. After the Kevin Durant situation that the media tried to twist, that's why Kevin Durant had to call LeBron to make sure that he understands, because sometimes as men we hear the first thing, and that's not men but women, period. We hear the first thing, we get emotionally attached to the first thing that we hear until we hear from the source, and then everything is resolved. So in retrospect to that, LeBron James said, you know what, I don't really care if we get a Richcom or not. Now that the Lakers have beaten the crap out of the Golden State Warriors, I'm telling y'all guys, at the end of the season, it's going to be a couple players that's going to want to come here. I'm telling you, and we only really need one player. I think that Zubac should be a backup if we get a backup center, if we don't resign JaVale McGee. If we get a DeMarcus Cousins, if we make it, I'm hoping that we don't make the trade for AD, because if DeMarcus Cousins is healthy, that would be a beautiful thing, because I would love to have DeMarcus Cousins here. Well, we ain't got to give up nobody. But not knowing the Lakers front office and the directional plan they're trying to go to, you never know. Zubac could actually be put in a package deal for a trade for AD, based on the fact the way he's playing. Him, Brandon Ingram, probably and Josh Hart and some draft picks for AD. You never know. So I don't know where the Lakers front office is going, but me personally, I'm always team youth, always going to be, always support the team, and even when they leave and go to another team, I watch them because I love the young players, because they are our future. And I'm talking about the ones here in LA now. They're our future, because LeBron James, as you can see, got injured, even though he's coming back. But the point is, anything is liable to happen. And I hope and pray that nothing serious happens, but anything is liable to happen. That's why you need young players to keep the flow of the game going. With that being said, it's your man, Ever Love, like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section, tell me what you think. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. You know what it is, baby.